Maureen, it's going to be a challenge. You know, a few years ago, after I had worked in the assessor's office, there was a New York State grant given to the county, $25,000, to do a study on whether Putnam County could follow the model of Tompkins County and have one assessor, one assessor's office for the whole county. And there was a lot of emotion. The assessors, the individual assessors were, of course, totally opposed to it because 6 of them were going to become one. And it just fell apart. First of all, I believe that, the professional firm that was hired, they hired a consultant to do the study. I read the report. I thought they did, my opinion, I thought they did a very poor job. So there's an issue right away. It's okay to get the money from the state, but how you spend it
Absolutely.
is another issue. So this is going to be a real challenge.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. I think we're up to it.
I wish you well, and if there's anything I can do besides support you, I'd love to do it.
Thank you, Cliff. Anybody else? Should we?
Oh, we.
Okay. And then we only have like another 9 things on the workshop and 20 on the
And it's almost
meeting.
9:30.
Just for clarification, who's actually doing this study? Is it going to be done at the county
nobody-
level?
That's
Who's-
what I'm saying.
Who's petitioning for it? The county?
The county will be looking for the funding to have this study
And
done.
who's going to set the parameters?
Well, we haven't even had the first meeting.
Okay.
Okay, so at the next town board meeting, I will apprise everybody of what happened at this meeting
Okay.
on Monday.
I was just curious.
I think we all are.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I don't know. I just like to point out that the Putnam County Sheriff's Department, last year their budget increased by $1 million on their police budget alone, and the year before that it increased by $1 million on their police budget alone. A few years of increases at the county level policing, and you could put together our police force.
Absolutely.
So if we're, I would naturally be in favor of less government and consolidation, but my concern is that we will hand over the reins to the county, and in 4 years' time, the county will be spending more money on less of a police force in this town than we're spending now. Obamacare was supposed to save us a lot of money. Look how that's working out. You put these type of decisions in the wrong people's hands, and I'm not talking about any one individual, but government as a whole, and what you get is a program to save money, which for some inexplicable reason balloons the costs. So we're here, and we kept the budget down last year in our first budget, and we intend to keep the budget down next year. And I'd say the best way to curb the costs of the police force is to have this board keeping the budget low, keeping it flat, potentially cutting it, and not sending it to a county or another town who have history of staying under the tax cap, which is code for increasing the budget by 1% to 2% every year.
That's right. Maybe what I can suggest is that the town of Kent runs whatever consolidated police force we come up with, because we know how to do it. Right, Chief? Yeah, don't count on it. Homeland Tower, I think we've finished this discussion. As I said, we'll bring back any discussion that we have to, town residents at town board meetings. Continuing this. Homeland Tower's assignment. Nancy, you want to take this?
The town received a letter from Homeland Tower stating that they want to assign the site agreements that it has with the town of Kent to a company called Insight Towers Development, LLC. I reviewed the site agreements, and there's a provision for assignment, but for this type, they would need the town's consent. The agreement also provides that the town can't unreasonably withhold or delay its consent. We reviewed their proposed consent agreement, and we did have some comments on the estoppel language here, so I reached out to a representative of Homeland Towers who told me he preferred that I speak with their legal counsel. So what I'm suggesting tonight is if the assignment is agreeable to the board, then you could authorize the supervisor to sign this subject to a revised agreement in a form that's acceptable to the town attorney.
My question, it appears that if under the agreement, If they want to assign it to a wholly owned subsidiary or a parent company, then we've agreed to that. If they want to assign it to a company that they've merged into or a subsequent company, we've agreed to that, or any company that is a, what does it say here? Licensed by governmental agencies to operate a wireless communication system, kind of vague. Do we, A, know if this company they're assigned to meets all those criteria? I haven't been presented with that criteria.
I did tell the representative today that we're going to need proof that they are licensed by the government for this
Okay, so I mean, I'm not willing
Yeah.
to sign off until that's done. And the other point is, and maybe this is a legal issue to look into, the agreement references section 72 of the general municipal law. And it says that pursuant to the general municipal law, you hereby agree to allow assignments A, B, C. But the general municipal law actually says, whenever a municipal corporation enters into a lease of real property, the lease agreement shall provide that the tenant may not assign the lease to a third party unless the assignment is approved by the municipal corporation. The way I read that is that you can't, put in language that says, we'll agree to all these hypothetical assignments in the future. The general municipal law says that the tenant may not assign the lease to a third party unless the assignment that is being proposed is approved by the municipal corporation. So we would have to approve that.
Yeah, your
And,
consent is required
No.
for this particular assignment, because this is
However-
a wholly owned subsidiary or a merger.
this isn't.
No, it's not.
So
your consent is required in order for the assignment to be effective.
that's right. And although the agreement states that it must be reasonable, Section 72 of the general municipal law says that we can't withhold approval if such decision is arbitrary or capricious. You would appreciate that reasonableness is a standard down here, and arbitrary and capricious is a standard up here. Now, my question to you as our legal counsel is, will the language of general municipal law override by public policy the actual language that the two parties have entered into agreement? Do we need to approve it if it's reasonable, or are we allowed to act under the much more lenient standard of arbitrary and capricious?
I'd have to look at that.
Okay. So I'm not comfortable, doing that until that language is cleared up, because the decision becomes we're kind of forced into doing it unless it's unreasonable. But the way I read the municipal law gives us much more latitude, and I want to make sure that this company is, one that we want to do business with for the next certain amount of years.
Makes sense.
Okay. So look into that.
So then, rather than going ahead with the proposal that if it clears legal counsel, we want to table
Well,
it?
I think legal counsel needs us to give us a position
Right.
on what is the standard we have to use when making such a determination.
Okay, so
So
then
we'll
we'll
table
table,
Table it.
we'll table 3E.
So is it fair to say that the board is interested in getting some more background information on the entity to which this would be assigned?
Yeah, I think it matters more if we get to make a decision that's not arbitrary and capricious, but I think it matters in general for reasonableness, right? I think
Right.
it still has a bearing.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Bids for cemetery mowing. Our contract for cemetery mowing has expired, and so we want to put bids in. Anybody want to have discussion about this?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Bids for cleaning service. Anybody want to have discussion about this?
Similar to what we've done in the past.
It's been a long time, as far as our cleaning services. We haven't gone out to bid in a long time.
Yeah.
I did check with the library yesterday. They're not unhappy with the cleaning service. I haven't gotten complaints. So I don't know if it's up to the town board if they want to, the rest of the board. I haven't been getting any real complaints.
Talk to people in
And-
town hall.
Okay. I actually have. I'm talking to the wrong ones?
Well, I mean,
When does it
the
expire?
contract's expired.
Then you gotta do it.
I think that it makes sense to do it.
We can do that. I don't, it's fine.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It has.
Filling the labor position in the Lake Carmel Sanitation Department. We actually had a member of the sanitation department leave our employ through disability. And we complied with the union requirements of posting the position internally. We had no one apply internally, so we just need to authorize the town clerk to advertise publicly for the position.
10-4.
Okay. Permission for the building inspector to attend the Hudson Valley Code Enforcement Officials Education Conference. Everybody saw that.
He didn't stay for his agenda item?
he didn't
Oh,
stay.
my goodness. Alex, you're going to have to tell him. You stay for every meeting through.
Okay, well, actually, these two were his, because there's, the Lake Carmel Fire Department provided us with a list of members who qualified for 2014 Service Awards programs, and we just need to approve the list. Everybody should have had an opportunity to look at it. Fireworks. It's that time of year again. I spoke to, last year, not that I want to toot our own horns, but I think we had one of the best fireworks displays this town has seen. Instead of going 20 minutes, it went a half an hour. It was huge, it was beautiful. And the town is allowed to raise the town is allowed to contribute $5,000 to the fireworks display, and we fundraise for the rest. And actually, last year, we, through the wonderful donations of individuals and companies and all kinds of people, raised over $5,000. And so I think it was the first year in a very long time that the town actually paid what it always promises the fireworks people, and they gave us a show worth it. We dealt with Fireworks Extravaganza was the company that we dealt with last year. We've been dealing with them for a couple of years. And so I wanted a discussion if we want to go with them again. It's kind of hard to bid out, I think, fireworks, just in terms of, they're not going to tell you like specific shell amounts.
No, I think if we're happy with them, we should go with them because we're only allowed to spend $5,000, so
That's
it's not a money issue, so it's
That's
just a
right.
performance issue. So if we're happy, we're happy.
Okay. I would suggest that we have, it's harder for them to commit to a 4th of July date, and I think it's more expensive. You know, we'll get less bang for our buck. So it was suggested that we, by the fireworks people, that we line them up for July 3rd, which is the Friday, which would probably be the holiday anyway, and with a rain date of the 5th. So if that's acceptable to everybody, I put it on for a vote because I didn't think we needed to put this over, and I'll contract with
That's
them.
fine.
Chief okay with that?
Is the chief okay with
Chief
that?
okay with that?
You know, I'm always singing your praises, Chief. Always, every meeting, I tell you how you stay to the end, and here you go and embarrass me.
Okay. We,
Call my husband, too.
we actually also have, we have a member of the Lake Carmel Park District Advisory Board who has resigned. Nancy Rubino provided a letter of resignation. So I put on for the other part of the meeting that we would accept her resignation, and we can either, there were a number of applicants the first time around, so I don't know if we want to choose another board member from the applicants that we have, if they're still interested, or advertise
We
again.
can definitely look at the applications we have before we go out, I think.
That's what I thought.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Public comment?
Oh,
Yes.
Could I ask two questions? They're very brief. One is for the whole board, and that is, in relation to that Smoky Hollow cell tower, is there any litigation against the present town board, the previous town board, or any members of the town board from the local residents or anybody about that cell tower and the whole process?
Is there something going on right now, you mean? a
Yeah,
litigation?
Yeah, is there any litigation? That's the question.
There is, but
Okay.
it's just, we have won everything that came in front of the court, the Supreme Court, the appellate court, and, but I did hear today that they are again appealing the decision
And
by
they are the local residents,
by a local resident.
local property owners near that tower.
I haven't
Is that
gotten
it?
paperwork on
Yeah,
this
an
yet.
appellate brief was filed with the court. The homeowners that, originally filed suit had sought a number of extensions to appeal. And so an appellate brief was filed on March 20th. And so now the town has its opportunity to respond. And so now it's in the hands of the appellate division.
And the
Well,
plaintiffs
will
are seeking damages against the
No,
town?
no, they are not seeking damages.
Oh, okay, so we're not at, we're not at a financial
You know what, I
risk?
haven't gotten the paperwork, but from what I talked to the attorney, I guess the appeal, I don't know if I should even talk about it yet. No,
Well,
probably
the
not.
brief is public, I mean, depends on what you say. The brief is public record.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything then.
Okay.
Okay.
But the town is not in any danger of a lawsuit at this time that I know
No,
of.
except
Okay.
you've got to spend money on legal fees.
Yeah, the brief is, I mean, I haven't read the brief yet. It came March 20th. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting, I
Okay.
spoke to Tim Curtis, and he's going to email, obviously not the record, which is
No, I don't wanna see the
1,400
record.
pages, 14,000 pages. But we'll get a copy of the brief, and
Well, good thing we didn't lose at the lower court because I think the petitioner has to produce the record.
yes, the petitioner did.
Okay, quick question for the chief financial officer. You know how I'm interested in financial reporting? It's March the 24th today. I think the deadline for the controller's report is April 1st for the town of Kent. How has the town done against last year's budget?
We're having, against last year's budget, well, I don't have
Well, you
those
need a
numbers. We
Do
actually,
you have a financial statement for the operations for the year ended December 31st, 2014?
not in front of me, no. But I will have it at the next meeting, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay? And Cliff, one of the things that I had really hoped to do, and I still do hope to do, but the problem is we have a very archaic website that is very limited by space, and we don't have total control over it. We are working out the last of the issues, which is an email service issue, but our new website is pretty much, as soon as we get our email problem figured out, ready to go. Once we get our new website, we will be able to post more information because each department head will actually have control of their page, and some of us will actually oversee. So we'll be putting more financial information up more regularly. I had hoped to do it before this, but it's very problematic with the website we have. So as soon as we go live with our website, I think that we're going to just have a lot more visibility with our financial information, and people, I think, will be pretty pleased to be able to see more reports and stuff online.
Well, that's good news. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is the cell tower that's at the highway department now on the tax rolls?
Yes.
Okay, so that company is paying taxes?
Yes.
Because I do know that we put a cell tower out in our fire district, and it's no longer, the fire district pays taxes on it.
Yeah,
That-
we're
that
collecting
portion,
revenue.
Because we collect revenue from that company, so it's no longer a tax exempt status for that footprint that it's on. So I just wanted to know if this company is paying taxes too.
I'm paying
It's
taxes.
fee, it's a fee.
We're getting fees for the.
No, we're paying taxes, like, we are paying taxes, like this, we had a footprint for the firehouse, tax exempt. We put a cell tower up to get revenue, not we, the fire commissioners, whoever. That portion is now tax exempt. Well, no longer tax exempt. It's a commercial operation. So we collect the fees from the agreement for the tower, but we have to pay the taxes on it.
But this is on town property.
Ours is on district property.
I don't know if there's a different, I mean.
It's
Gene, I
municipal
don't-
land.
This is something that I'm not really sure.
No, I'm not either. I'm sorry, Gary. I mean, I didn't
I
expect
mean, it's
Gary to
on
stay this
town
late.
property, it's at a town highway department where
Still
the
a
fire
commercial
department is a
operation.
fire
I'll look
district.
into,
Yeah,
But we'll
just-
have to
yeah,
look
that's
this
just a
up.
question.
Wait, you mean taxes to the county?
Now, it's a special fire district that Jeannie, that
Do you,
they
do you mean,
collect taxes.
do you mean pay taxes to the county? Okay. Everybody. Well, not, oh, we wouldn't pay taxes to ourselves.
School tax?
Gotcha.
So,
okay. All right, let's start the meeting. Say the pledge.
I pledge you
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Present.
Councilman Denbow?
Present.
Councilwoman Osborne?
Here,
Councilman Eustace?
Here.
And Councilman Tierney is absent.
Do you have the resolutions?
Probably, yeah. Okay. Are we doing the salt shed or are we waiting for new specs?
No, we're doing the same thing.
Are you going to set dates, one date for all of these bids, or are you going to have a different bid date to open them? Because there's no dates in the resolutions.
I guess we should discuss
Salt
dates.
shed bid? I'm,
Yeah,
about 3-4 weeks for that.
yeah, how much time do you think we need for the salt shed bid?
I know he's in a rush, but I'm not sure, you know, the time frame. I don't know if the specs are completely, I have old specs. We have till next, you know, I put it in the paper Thursday.
The specs came this afternoon,
Okay, that's good.
yeah. The specs they came late, it was like, I opened it at about 4:30.
So it will be advertised the week of March 30th. It goes into the paper.
Is a month long enough, you think?
And our next meeting is the 21st of April.
I think that's too short, probably.
Too short, I think.
Think it's too short? Okay. And then after that, our meeting is May 5th.
So why don't we open them May 5th and have them the
If you want
Friday
to
before?
open them, oh, that's Labor
I mean-
Day, May 1st. No,
No,
no, look what that says.
so what's the Friday before?
Canadian
Okay.
May 1st.
May 1st is the Friday before, and then we can open them on the 1st, and then you could award them on the 5th?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the town clerk to advertise for bids for the construction of a salt shed at the 311 highway. I'll read the resolution. Whereas the town of Kent is accepting bids for the construction of a salt shed at the 311 highway garage site, and whereas the town of Kent wishes to advertise for bidders to construct a salt shed, and whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to authorize its town clerk, Yolanda D. Capelli, to advertise for bids for the construction of a salt shed on behalf of the town of Kent at the Route 311 highway garage site. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes its town clerk to advertise for bids for the construction of a salt shed on behalf of the town of Kent at Route 311 highway garage site on May 1st, 2015 at noon.
A second, all in favor?
Aye. I'd like to make a motion to release the performance bond in the amount of $85,000 posted by Wells Fargo Insurance Services for tax map number 33, 16, 1, 23, and 42. I'll read the resolution. Whereas Bays Water, Pondview LLC, the owner, owns a parcel of land known as Bays Water Pondview Estates, identified on the Town of Kent tax map as numbers 33, 16, 1, 23, and 42, hereinafter the lots. And whereas the owner submitted an application to the town planning board to subdivide the lots, which is the project, and whereas the owner posted a surety bond relating to the project to the town of Kent in the amount of $85,000, which is the bond. And whereas the owner has withdrawn his application relating to the project and submitted a request the bond be released, and whereas by the planning board's consultant and the town's building inspector have inspected the lots and advised the planning board the lots have not been compromised and remain stable, and whereas the planning board at their meeting held on February 12, 2015 approved Resolution 4 of the year 2015 recommending the bond be released to Wells Fargo Insurance Services, and whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to follow the recommendation of the planning board, now therefore be it resolved, the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes the release of the bond relating to the project to the Wells Fargo Insurance Services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm looking for my final resolution here.
Here you go.
Okay. All right, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the waiver of the erosion control bond for Seven Hills Lake Dam rehabilitation. Read the motion. Whereas the New York City Department of Environmental Conservation, New York City DEP, has been working with the town planning board to obtain approvals for the freshwater wetland permit and steep slope and erosion control permits for rehabilitation of the dam located at Seven Hills Lake, relating to tax map numbers 2143-1, 2143-2, and 2011-13, hereinafter the project, and whereas the New York City DEP has requested the town accept a letter of assurance from the New York State DEP in lieu of the required erosion control bond in the amount of $11,334 as calculated by the town's planning consultant, and whereas by memorandum dated March 12, 2015, the planning board resolution number one of their numbers of the year 2015, the planning board has recommended the town accept the letter of assurance from New York City DEP in lieu of the required erosion control bond of $11,334 relating to the project, and whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to follow the recommendation of the planning board, now therefore be it resolved, the town board of the town of Kent hereby accepts the letter of assurance from the New York City DEP in lieu of the required erosion control bond of $11,334 relating to the project.
Second.
All
Roll
in
call.
favor?
Councilman Dedenbaugh?
No.
Councilwoman Osborne?
Yes.
Councilman Houston?
Yes.
Supervisor Fleming?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we are down to F. I make a motion authorizing the town clerk to advertise for bids for mowing and cleanup services for the cemeteries in the town of Kent. Town of Kent, County of Putnam, State of New York, resolution numbered, we don't know yet. Whereas the town of Kent wishes to advertise for bids for mowing and cleanup services for the cemeteries located in the town of Kent, and whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to authorize its town clerk, Yolanda D. Capelli. This doesn't even look like this. To advertise.
It is late.
I'm
It is
sorry.
late, Penny.
It's
It's
late
okay.
and I'm getting tired. To advertise for bids for mowing and cleanup services for cemeteries located in the town of Kent. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorize its town clerk, Yolanda Capelli, to advertise for bids for mowing and cleanup services for cemeteries located in the town of Kent. I make that motion.
I think we also need a date. Should we do the 1st and 5th for,
That's why I said you want to keep it
Yeah.
consistent. We do one,
Yeah.
or is that going to run into a problem with mowing if we wait till May? That's the only thing I don't know.
we might not need a home.
Move it up.
Okay, what's the,
Okay, so if we, this will go out next week, the 30th. I don't think we're going to get them for the 7th meeting, but I think if we receive them by April 17th, we could award it on the 21st.
21st? Okay.
The 21st?
So it should be received April 17th at noon. And I'll include that in the resolution if that's okay with everybody.
That's fine. Second?
Okay, resolution authorizing the town clerk to advertise for bids for cleaning services to the town of Kent, town hall, library, police department, and highway
Wait, no.
But they
department.
all didn't do all in favor. All in favor?
No, you're on a different one.
Oh, we're on a different one.
Yeah.
Are we still on the same
I
one?
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Now we're good.
Now we're going over here. I need to go to bed. It's time. I make a motion authorizing the town clerk to advertise for bids for cleaning services for the town of Kent, town hall, library, police department, and highway department. Town of Kent, County of Putnam, State of New York. Whereas the town of Kent wishes to advertise for bids for cleaning services for the town of Kent, town hall, library, police department, and highway. And whereas the town board and the town of Kent wishes to authorize the town clerk to advertise for bids for cleaning services for the town of Kent, town hall, library, police department, and highway department. Now therefore it be resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes its town clerk, Yolanda Capelli, to advertise for bids for cleaning services for the town of Kent, town hall, library, police department, and highway department. I make that motion.
Second.
All in
Discussion.
favor?
Discussion.
Okay.
Lana, on these resolutions, who types these up?
Hogan and Rossi did this one.
Excuse me?
Hogan and Rossi prepared this one.
Okay, could you check and let them know that you're spelling my name wrong?
Oh, sure.
Okay? Okay, you continue to. My mother's watching right now.
Oh, they spelled my name wrong too.
Oh,
There's no E.
there's no way. They spelled my name.
Mine is right.
Is yours right? Is yours okay? All right.
Ours are right.
Okay, besides that, what date?
Should we do the same
have it-
dates as the mowing,
The 17th?
the 17th and the 20th?
Now, does everybody want to look at the specs? Because last time, it's been a while, they might want to relook at them and change things. You might want something done less, something done more. Last
I
time-
still have the specs.
I have this.
She has them too, but like last time we sent them to all the different departments to.
Short note, usually you do that, is short note upgrade
Right.
specs.
So do
So
you think
department
May?
heads.
Then do you
That's why
think
I'm
the
not
May
sure if we
meeting?
have enough time.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it till May,
So we're going to open them on May 1st.
on May 1st.
I mean, you don't have the old town hall anymore. That's one thing.
I took that out.
Oh, okay. I can see the specs.
No, I mean, we took it out of the resolution even. Okay.
Okay, so
Everybody's getting busy.
we have to vote on that? Have we voted on it?
Oh,
Okay, you want discussion? That's,
I'm all set. yeah.
all right.
I made the motion?
Penny's name too, though.
All right, we seconded. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
It's getting very late.
Yes, it
I
is.
think we are getting slap-happy.
Okay,
Oh, one more.
I am making a resolution authorizing the town clerk to advertise labor position in the Lake Carmel Sanitation Department, Town of Kent, County of Putnam, State of New York.
Second?
No, we haven't done it yet.
Oh,
otherwise I would have told.
You need to go to bed too. Whereas the town of Kent is seeking to fill a labor position for the Lake Carmel Sanitation Department, and whereas the town of Kent wishes to advertise for applications to fill said position, and whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to authorize its town clerk, Yolanda Capelli, to advertise for applications for the laborer position in the Lake Carmel Sanitation Department. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes its town clerk, Yolanda D. Capelli, to advertise for applications for the labor position in the Lake Carmel Sanitation Department. I make that motion.
second?
Do we need to put an end date on this?
We're going to add an end date. What's the end date? By,
That could go back to that April one.
Yes, we can do, yeah.
April 1st?
17th.
April 17th? Okay.
April 17th.
Did you second?
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Okay, good. Got one more.
Okay, we have
Maureen's going now.
Yes. No, we had the Bill William
Yeah, go ahead.
Walters thing.
I forgot. Sorry.
Just, do you make a motion to authorize? You could just read
Yeah,
this
I
one.
make a motion that we authorize the conference,
Just read it.
I can read it right off of that probably if I can see it.
You want me to do
I make a motion that the building inspector to attend the Hudson Valley Code Enforcement Officers Educational Conference.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you want a price on that? It's
Not to exceed?
not to exceed $300.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Look,
I make a motion
It's the bewitching
that
hour.
the town board approve the list of members of the Lake Carmel Fire Department who qualified for 2014 Service Awards Program as submitted by the Lake Carmel Fire Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion that the town board authorize the town supervisor to contract with fireworks extravaganza for Independence Day fireworks.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion that the town board accept the resignation of Nancy Rubino from the Lake Carmel Park District Advisory Board.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to add an item to the agenda to approve the lateral transfer of a highway department employee to the Lake Carmel Park District.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to approve the lateral transfer of Robert Nix from the highway department to the Lake Carmel Park District.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Question? Is there an opening in highway now?
Yes, but we're advertising it internally because it's a CEO opening.
Okay.
Does this lateral transfer have to have a start date, a certain date?
Monday? I mean, he could start tomorrow, he's already
You know, I know
employed.
sometimes we usually put when they transfer to a new title or new position,
All
a
right, so
date.
what's Monday's date, the 30th?
Monday is 30th.
All right, effective March 30th?
Fine.
Fine.
All set?
Yeah, Bill.
Okay, I'd like to ask permission to approve the following expenses that are over the threshold for March 24th. Arkell Motors, $3,602.43 for auto parts, also $5,012.79. Semco, that's Water District Number 2 repairs that were needed, $3,685.50. City Carting, Lake Carmel Garbage, $4,764.83. Timothy J. Curtis, P.C., $5,973.68. That's for January's general. $3,334.50. That's for January's traffic. And $3,322.50. That's February's traffic. Hogan and Rossi for April 2015, $5,416.67. Hudson River Truck Equipment, that's a plow, $4,195. Morton Salt, $38,230, excuse me? Oh, $38,273.99 for salt. Nycomco, two-way radios, $2,622. That's a rental. NYSEG, electric for the police, $3,442.69. Electric for town hall, $2,117.11. Purchase power, that's $2,000 for postage. Royal Carting, that's for recycling garbage, $3,726.77. State Controller, $28,428, that's Justice Court. Town of Kent Municipal Repairs, chargebacks for sanitation, $6,383.45. Chargebacks for highway, $56,755.33. Windstream for telephone, $3,650.36. And then we have Greg Zatola, Inc., repair for sanitation truck number 18, $2,589.59. I ask you to approve these vouchers.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public comment.
Anybody feel like making any more comments?
quick questions, 10-second questions, the answers are up to you. On the correspondence, item number 12,
Okay.
letter dated 2/13/15 from the DOT, traffic safety review, Littlefield Causeway. Do you remember what that was about? They did a review?
Which is good.
Um,
Oh, you have the letter?
Huh?
Lana has the letter.
Basically, we've jumped up and down, and we've contacted several officials. Maureen has been on top of it, too, and, you know, the road needs some help, and we're hopeful that something's going to be done soon.
So is this them just saying, yeah, we agree, we're gonna come and talk to you? Okay. Item number 34 is from the New York State Office of State Annual Financial Report. Is that just a request to do it? Or is it acknowledging that they've got it? Item 34.
Do you want the letter, Maureen? She did. You can't remember this, go back online, so.
It's an extension for the filing of the financial report to May 1st, 2015.
You need an extension? That's a pity. I mean, last year you made it by the deadline, I believe.
No, I think we got an extension last year as well.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, because our auditors are coming in
this isn't audited. This is
next week.
the
Yeah.
report to the controller.
I think we did it I'll check when we did it last year, but I think we got an extension last year as well.
That's too bad. It's such a small organization. I would hope that the speed of financial reporting would be getting faster. I suspect that the board members don't know what their financial situation is.
Well, when we need information on a particular, like a voucher or an item or a budget item,
Give this back.
I'm not talking about micromanaging. I'm talking about looking at your financial statement, like you do at home. How much is my mortgage? How am I doing against my budget every single month?
what budget?
How much income did I get? How much expense did I spend? How does that compare with the budget? How does that compare with last year, same time? Don't you do that at home?
No, I do not.
How the hell do you manage your affairs, may I ask?
Day by day.
Well, I
By
would,
the- yeah.
He does it, I don't.
the end of, we're not having another meeting in March now, right? So we'll have one quarter in the book, so we'll try and have, a quarterly update. We'll ask Michelle to stop by
Absolutely.
or present a report, and we'll have it for you the next board meeting.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm done. Thank
And hopefully, once we get the new website, it'll be on the website quarterly.
Motion to adjourn?
Oh, thank
Second, all in favor?
you. Yes.
All in favor?
No
Aye, I said yes.
sidewalk. You didn't talk
Thank you
about
very
the-
much.
The sidewalk money.